Welcome back. The Federal Reserve takes center stage today. The central bank expected to raise interest rates for a second time this year. The decision comes today at 2:15 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll have it for you. Investors are waiting on the European Central Bank as well. That happens tomorrow. Vincent Reinhart is chief economist and investment strategist for Standish with me right now. Good to see you, Vincent. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
First off, your thoughts on the Fed. We will hear from Jay Powell later. Are you expecting a rate hike? And what would be the conversation around an interest rate increase that you're expecting from Powell today?
Everyone expects an interest rate hike today because the Fed told us they'd do it. They signaled very strongly in the minutes of the last meeting. They didn't do anything to push back on the idea that they'd raise rates today. But you're right. The interesting part of this afternoon will be the conversation about why they did it and how much more they think they'll do. And they'll get to convey it three different ways in the FOMC statement itself, which they don't really change all that much. But when they do, it gets your attention. Second, in their summary of economic projections, the infamous dot chart, and then how Chairman Powell presents himself at the press conference after the meeting. So there'll be a lot to listen for.
And the Journal is reporting, John Hilsenrath, that the Federal Reserve may consider holding a news conference after every policy meeting to change the notion that policy changes are dependent on a news conference. Tell us about this.
Well, right now, for the last couple of years, they've only moved when they've had press conferences, and that kind of ties their hands. I think the idea of having a press conference every meeting unties their hands. It allows them to take a step, whatever they want, at any meeting. I don't think it in any way suggests that they're going to do that. Their policy path is different. They just want to have more freedom of action.
I see.
Yeah. Hey, Vincent, Bob Nardelli, one of the many things you're responsible for is also global strategy and economics. What are you telling your clients in the marketplace today on emerging markets, investment opportunities, et cetera?
So the key issue is how synchronous growth is across advanced economies. Early in the spring, we would have said everybody's firing on all cylinders. Europe is in a strong expansion. The U.S. is in a stronger one. And that probably implies the dollar doesn't do a whole lot and maybe even over time depreciates. Problem is the European expansion has faltered. The data have been pretty negative. And in that environment, the dollar is appreciated. Why am I talking about this and EM? Because when the dollar appreciates, it makes it tough on the emerging market economies that are borrowing. Mm-hmm. If you've got a current account deficit, if you've got a budget deficit and the dollar's appreciating, chances are your outstanding debt's more expensive and you're going to have a harder time borrowing. And that's why we're talking about Argentina. That's why we're talking about Turkey. So a little more strain in the EM, and that's because of the EU.
So, Vincent, do you expect the ECB to announce a timetable, perhaps, to end the QE program, barring an unwarranted tightening of financial conditions? Tell us what you're expecting from the ECB tomorrow.
So tomorrow is pretty much a coin toss. I think there are two separate issues. One is, as I've said, the data have been disappointing. And it's not just in the soft numbers on confidence. It's in orders numbers, and it's across the euro area. So they're probably a little nervous about the data. But they still may have a forecast in which inflation in the fullness of time gets close to their goal. So they could begin something they have to do this year just because of their own internal rules. They're going to have to stop asset purchases, and they're going to have to tell us. They may want to put it off another month or to July. That's pretty much a coin toss. Mm-hmm. I think they probably want to do it, importantly, because they have to start thinking about the transition. In a little over a year and a quarter, they're going to have a new ECB president.
Yeah. And
the feature of transitions is the tenured one likes to put in place the hard decisions to make it easier for the new person.
Very interesting. Vincent, good to have you on the program. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Vincent Reinhart joining us.